Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel today. We're going to dive into something super practical for all English learners. Small talk. Now, I know what you're thinking. Small talk, is that really important? And the answer is yes. Small talk is the foundation of all social interactions, and mastering it will make you sound natural in any conversation. So whether you're at the office, at a cafe, or traveling, I've got you covered. Let's learn 100 key phrases that'll help you start a conversation with anyone, anywhere. Stick around because I promise you, these tips will not only improve your English, but they'll boost your confidence too. Small talk may seem trivial at first, but it's a powerful tool that helps us connect with people in a friendly and casual way. From getting to know a colleague to striking up a conversation with a stranger at a cafe, small talk is a skill that everyone uses every day. And guess what? You don't need perfect grammar or complex sentences to be great at it. It's about being natural, friendly, and open. So let's dive right into why small talk matters and how it can transform your English communication skills. Why small talk matters. Before we get into the phrases, let's talk about why small talk is so essential. You see, small talk is the bridge that connects us to others. It's the friendly chat we all engage in to break the ice or fill in those awkward silences. It's the type of conversation we have in the elevator with a coworker, in a queue at a cafe, or when we're waiting for the bus. Small talk is everywhere, and it's what keeps conversations flowing in a relaxed, natural way. But here's the thing. Small talk isn't about deep, meaningful discussions. It's not about talking politics or getting into your personal life. Instead, it's all about creating a comfortable, approachable atmosphere and showing interest in others. Whether you're discussing the weather, asking about someone's day, or talking about your plans for the weekend, these little exchanges help build rapport and establish a connection. And the beauty of small talk is that it's simple. You don't need to be fluent. And you don't need to know every single word in English to make it work. Small talk is about being genuine, friendly, and present in the moment. It's an easy way to start conversations, even if you're not yet at a high level of English proficiency. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but why is small talk so important? Great question. Here's why breaking the ice and filling awkward silences. How many times have you found yourself in a room with strangers, not knowing what to say? The silence feels heavy, and you're trying to figure out how to break the tension. Small talk is your savior in these moments. It's the easiest way to start a conversation and fill those awkward silences. With just a simple, "How's your day going?" or "Have you been to this place before?" you've opened the door for more conversation to follow. When you master small talk, you become much more comfortable in social situations. It's the perfect tool to break the ice. Whether you're meeting new people or just need to fill a quiet moment. Building rapport and trust. Small talk isn't just about passing the time, it's also a way to build rapport. By engaging in small, friendly conversations, you're showing that you're approachable, easy to talk to, and genuinely interested in others. Over time, these little exchanges help create trust and foster stronger connections with people. For example, when you ask a colleague about their weekend or compliment a neighbor on their garden, you're building a sense of mutual respect. These moments are the foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether it's a professional connection or a personal friendship. The more you practice small talk, the more natural it becomes to strike up these connections. A gateway to deeper conversations. Now, here's something that many learners don't realize: small talk is actually the gateway to more meaningful conversations. You start with something simple like, "How's the weather today?" And before you know it, you're talking about travel plans, favorite hobbies, or even deep personal interests. Small talk is the starting point that lets you transition into more complex topics. It's the first step toward turning a casual conversation into a meaningful one. In fact, small talk is often the warm-up before a big workout. It prepares you to dive into deeper topics and makes you feel more comfortable engaging with others. Creating a comfortable environment. Another reason why small talk matters is that it helps to create a comfortable and friendly environment. Whether you're at a party, on a plane, or in a business meeting, small talk makes people feel more at ease. It's a way to introduce yourself and start building connections without diving into anything too serious too quickly. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. You could immediately feel awkward and disconnected. But when someone greets you with a casual, "How are you?" or comments on the weather, suddenly the atmosphere lightens and you feel more comfortable. Small talk takes the pressure off and allows people to relax. It helps everyone involved feel like they belong and that they're in a safe space for conversation. And the best part, you don't have to be an expert in English to create this effect. Just being friendly and approachable with a few simple phrases can make a huge difference in how comfortable others feel around you. A confidence booster. If you're shy or introverted, small talk might seem intimidating at first. But here's the good news. The more you practice, the more confident you become. Starting a conversation, even if it's as simple as commenting on the weather, helps you break through your nervousness and gain confidence in your ability to communicate in English. When you use small talk in a variety of settings, you'll find that it becomes easier and easier. What once felt awkward or intimidating will soon become second nature. And with each successful conversation, your confidence will grow. You'll find yourself eager to engage in longer discussions, knowing that you have the skills to make a conversation flow smoothly. Perfect for everyday life. Small talk is not just for social gatherings or the office. It's a tool you can use every day. Whether you're ordering coffee, talking to a cashier, or meeting someone on the street, small talk is a valuable skill that can make everyday interactions much more pleasant. It's the kind of communication that everyone can relate to, regardless of their cultural background or language level. So, if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the thought of speaking in English, remember that small talk is your friend. It's the simplest way to engage with others. And you don't have to know all the grammar rules or vocabulary to get it right. Small talk is all about being present in the moment and showing interest in the people around you. The takeaway: when you master small talk, you unlock a powerful skill that will make you sound natural, approachable, and confident in any conversation. It's about creating connections, building rapport, and making people feel comfortable around you, no matter where you are. And the best part, you don't need to be fluent in English to do it. With just a few simple phrases, you can make small talk a natural part of your daily life. Now that we've established why small talk is so important, let's dive into the 100 key phrases that'll help you start conversations with ease. Get ready to practice and feel more confident with every interaction. Weather talk, the classic icebreaker. Let's start with something everyone can talk about, the weather. Whether it's sunny or rainy, there's always something to discuss. It's a universal topic, and you'll hear people talking about it all around the world. Whether you're standing in line at the coffee shop, waiting for the bus, or sitting next to someone at work, the weather is the perfect neutral subject to break the ice. It's not too personal, and it's something everyone has an opinion about, no matter where they're from. Plus, it's an easy way to get a conversation started without feeling too much pressure. Here are some easy phrases to get you started. Lovely day, isn't it? This is the classic go-to phrase when the weather's nice. It's a simple, positive way to begin a conversation, and it works in almost any situation. Whether you're enjoying sunny weather in the park, walking down the street, or even sitting by the window with a cup of coffee. Lovely day, isn't it? Is an easy way to engage with someone nearby. It's a friendly, open question that invites a response, and it helps create a relaxed atmosphere right from the start. Let's think about it. You might say this to a neighbor while out for a walk, or even to a colleague while you're on a lunch break. And here's the beauty of it. It's neutral. It doesn't matter if you're speaking with someone you know well or with a stranger. This phrase can help kick off a nice, low-pressure conversation. It's also incredibly easy to use, even for beginner English learners. The simplicity makes it perfect for anyone looking to improve their conversational skills without feeling overwhelmed. Looks like it might rain. Sometimes, the weather isn't so nice, but that doesn't mean it can't be a great conversation starter. Use this phrase when you notice dark clouds or when you're unsure if the weather will change. It's an excellent phrase to use when you're waiting outside or when you're out for a walk and wondering whether to bring an umbrella. Looks like it might rain is a perfect way to begin a conversation because it's relatable. Who hasn't looked up at the sky and wondered whether the weather will hold up? This phrase also offers room for a follow-up. The person you're talking to might agree, or they might have a different opinion about the weather. For example, someone might say, "Yeah, it's definitely going to rain," or "I don't think it will rain. It's just overcast." The phrase not only opens up the conversation, but also invites people to share their thoughts on the weather and even their predictions. It's a light topic, which makes it perfect for starting a friendly exchange without diving into anything heavy. Plus, it's often the kind of conversation that naturally flows into other subjects. Maybe you'll talk about your plans if it rains, or share funny stories about getting caught in a downpour. It's freezing out there. Now, let's talk about those chilly days, the days when the temperature makes you want to bundle up in layers. This phrase is perfect for those cold, crisp mornings or when you're coming in from a winter storm. "It's freezing out there" is a phrase that immediately gets the point across and helps bond with the other person over the shared discomfort of the cold weather. Whether you're coming in from outside at the office or talking to a friend on a cold day, this simple phrase can work wonders. It's a way to express your feelings about the weather and find some common ground with others who are feeling the chill as well. The phrase works great in casual situations, when you're waiting for your friend to arrive at a cafe, or perhaps when you're talking to a cashier at a store as you're both taking shelter from the cold outside. It's important to note that while it's freezing out there might sound dramatic, it's understood by everyone. And it doesn't need to be 10 degrees below freezing to use. It's just a fun, exaggerated way of saying, "Wow, it's cold." And that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have to be accurate. It just needs to resonate with the experience everyone is having. Can you believe this heat on hot days? This phrase is a lifesaver. Can you believe this heat is a great way to bond with someone over the discomfort of hot weather? Whether you're walking outside on a scorching summer day or sitting inside a sweltering office, this phrase can help you start a conversation when both of you are feeling the heat. This one is especially effective when you're with someone who is feeling the same discomfort. Maybe you're both sweating in the subway, or you're both standing in line at a cafe, waiting to escape the heat. It's an easy way to turn a shared experience into a moment of connection. Plus, it's a great way to keep things light and positive. You're talking about a common experience, but it's in a fun, playful way. You might even get a laugh out of someone when they share their thoughts on how hot it is or tell you how they're dealing with the weather, like the other weather phrases. This one is simple and universally understood. It's an excellent phrase for everyday interactions. It doesn't matter whether you're in a tropical country or experiencing a heat wave in the city. This phrase works everywhere. You don't need special knowledge of the weather. You just need to express that you're experiencing the same thing as the person next to you. Why weather talk works. The beauty of these weather phrases is that they don't require any special knowledge, and they're universally understood. Anyone can talk about the weather, and it's a perfect way to ease into a conversation without feeling nervous. Plus, talking about the weather is never too personal, which makes it the safest option for starting a casual chat with someone you don't know very well. These phrases work well because they are natural and familiar. Everyone knows what it feels like to walk out the door and be hit with a blast of cold air, or to find themselves sweating under the sun. Weather is something everyone has an opinion on, so there's always something to talk about. This makes it an ideal topic for building relationships, whether you're chatting with coworkers, meeting new people, or even just making casual small talk with a neighbor or fellow traveler. The great thing about weather talk is that it's not just a conversation starter, it can help develop into a bigger conversation. After commenting on the weather, you might find yourself discussing plans, hobbies, or shared experiences that lead to deeper connections. For example, after talking about the heat, you might end up chatting about favorite summer activities, vacations, or tips for staying cool. It's a way to slowly transition into more meaningful conversations without feeling forced. Weather talk also offers a kind of social ease. When you speak about the weather, you're opening the door to a friendly interaction that doesn't require much thought. It's a way to keep things light and low pressure. Plus, if you're shy or nervous about starting a conversation, weather talk is a great tool to help you gain confidence and practice English in real-world situations. So, whether you're in a cozy cafe or standing at a bus stop, don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with a simple weather-related phrase. It's an easy, approachable way to engage with anyone around you, and it's a tool that will serve you well in countless situations. Remember, weather talk is just the beginning. As you practice these small conversations, you'll become more confident and comfortable, which will make it easier to dive into deeper conversations. Whether you're bonding over a sunny day or sharing the frustration of a cold winter storm, you're taking the first step toward improving your English. One simple phrase at a time. Small talk at work. Keep it light. Now, let's talk about small talk in a work environment. Small talk at work is essential for creating a positive atmosphere and building relationships with colleagues. It might seem trivial at first, but the truth is that small talk plays a huge role in making the workplace more enjoyable and productive. It's not about discussing personal issues or getting too deep. It's about fostering connections, showing interest in your colleagues, and making the environment feel more comfortable. Small talk at work is the glue that holds workplace interactions together. It helps break the ice, especially in meetings, and makes people feel more comfortable around each other. While technical discussions or project updates are important, the lighter, informal conversations are just as valuable. They help everyone feel more at ease and contribute to the overall culture of the workplace. So, let's dive into some of the most common and effective small talk phrases you can use to keep conversations light, friendly, and professional. Busy day. One of the simplest and most effective small talk questions you can ask at work is busy day. This phrase is universally understood and works in almost every workplace setting. It's a casual, easy way to check in with a colleague and show that you care about their workload. It also opens the door to a conversation about what they're working on, how their day is going, or if they need help with anything. This phrase is especially great for those busy days when everyone seems to be rushing around. You can ask it when you're passing someone in the hallway, at the coffee machine, or during a break. It's a simple way to acknowledge that work can be overwhelming, and it lets the other person vent a little or share how their tasks are going. For example, if a colleague responds with, "Yes, it's a crazy day," you can follow up with a question like, "What's keeping you so busy?" This will naturally lead to a more in-depth conversation, without it feeling forced or overly personal. The beauty of busy day is that it's neutral and non-invasive. You're not digging into anyone's personal life, but you're showing interest in their work experience. It's a friendly way to start a conversation that can evolve into a longer discussion about work projects, challenges, or even upcoming plans. How's your project going? If you know that a colleague is working on a specific project, asking, "How's your project going?" is a great way to show that you're interested in their work. It's a simple, professional question that lets the other person share their progress, successes, and even challenges. This type of small talk helps build rapport and shows that you're engaged with what they're doing. It's important to note that this question is professional but still friendly. It lets your colleague talk about their work without prying too much into personal details. And just like with busy day, asking this question can lead to a more meaningful conversation. They might say, "It's going well, but I'm hitting a few roadblocks." And this opens the door for you to offer advice, support, or even just an empathetic response. This kind of small talk is great for building trust and fostering a collaborative environment at work. When you show interest in someone's project, it encourages a sense of teamwork and mutual respect. It also helps you stay up to date with what others are doing, which can be useful for future collaboration or simply understanding the bigger picture of the workplace. For instance, a colleague might reply, "It's going really well. Thanks for asking. I just finished a major part of the project." You can respond with, "That sounds great. What's the next step?" This keeps the conversation going and allows you to learn more about their work. Got any plans after work? Asking about someone's plans after work is a great way to shift the conversation from work to more personal topics. It's a casual way to show interest in your colleague's life outside of the office and helps create a friendly, relaxed atmosphere. Asking about after-work plans can also lead to a more personal connection, as people tend to feel more comfortable talking about their hobbies, relaxation, or upcoming activities. This phrase is especially useful when the workday is coming to an end, or when you're looking for something light to chat about during lunch breaks or in between tasks. It shows that you're not only interested in their work, but also in their well-being and work-life balance. For example, a colleague might say, "I'm planning to grab dinner with some friends after work," and you can follow up by asking, "Sounds fun. What's on the menu?" Or, "That sounds like a great way to unwind. Do you have a favorite restaurant?" It's a way to get to know your colleague better and potentially find common interests. The beauty of asking about plans after work is that it opens the conversation to topics like family, friends, weekend activities, or hobbies. These subjects help you build a more personal connection with your colleagues, which is an important part of creating a friendly work environment. Plus, it can lead to opportunities for future socializing, like grabbing coffee together or joining an after-work event. How's your day going? This is another simple, universal question that works in any workplace setting. It's similar to asking, "Busy day?" but with a slightly broader focus. "How's your day going?" gives the other person the opportunity to share not only how their work is progressing, but also how they're feeling throughout the day. It shows that you care about their experience, both in terms of work and overall mood. This type of small talk is particularly effective when you notice that someone seems stressed or overwhelmed. Asking about their day in a friendly way can provide them with an outlet to vent or simply share how they're feeling. And even if their day is going well, it's still a great opportunity to connect with them and offer a little positivity. For example, if a colleague responds with, "It's been a bit of a hectic day, but I'm managing," you can respond with something supportive. Like, "I know how that goes. Do you have any plans to relax tonight?" This shows that you're empathetic and understanding, which goes a long way in creating a positive atmosphere at work. Why these questions work? The reason these types of small talk questions work so well at work is that they strike the perfect balance between being friendly and professional. They help you connect with your colleagues without crossing any boundaries. These questions are neutral and non-intrusive, and they invite people to share as much or as little as they feel comfortable with. Moreover, these questions keep the conversation light and avoid getting into any heavy or personal topics. Small talk at work doesn't need to be about deep, meaningful discussions. Instead, it's about building relationships, fostering communication, and creating a more positive, open atmosphere in the workplace. When employees feel comfortable talking to each other, it creates an environment where collaboration and teamwork thrive. In addition, asking about work-related topics, like projects and workload, shows that you're interested in your colleagues' progress and well-being. It fosters a sense of teamwork and mutual respect, which is essential for creating a harmonious work environment. When people feel valued and appreciated, they are more likely to engage in open communication and be more productive. Building a positive work culture. Small talk at work is one of the easiest and most effective ways to create a positive and supportive work culture. It doesn't take much effort to ask a simple question, but the impact it can have on your relationships with colleagues is significant. By using these small talk phrases, you show that you care about your colleagues' well-being and their professional success, which strengthens the bond between team members and fosters a more collaborative environment. As you continue to practice these types of small talk, you'll find that you become more comfortable engaging with people at work. You'll feel more connected to your colleagues, and the workplace will feel more like a community. Small talk is the foundation upon which strong, supportive relationships are built, and it's a simple yet powerful tool for creating a positive work environment. Small talk in public places. Casual and polite. Whether you're at a cafe, in line at the supermarket, or waiting for a bus, small talk in public places can make interactions more pleasant and less awkward. We've all been in situations where we're waiting around, whether it's in a queue, at a coffee shop, or sitting in a crowded area. These moments can feel a little uncomfortable, especially when you're surrounded by strangers. That's where small talk comes in handy, making these situations feel more natural and friendly. The beauty of small talk in public places is that it doesn't need to be deep or lengthy. It's about acknowledging the shared experience around you and using it as an opportunity to break the silence with a casual phrase. By simply commenting on something in your environment, you open the door to a light conversation that puts everyone at ease. Let's take a look at some of the most common and effective phrases you can use in these settings. Is this seat taken? One of the most common situations where small talk comes into play is when you're trying to sit next to someone. Whether you're at a cafe, on a bus, or waiting in a doctor's office, asking, "Is this seat taken?" is a polite, straightforward way to begin a conversation. It's the perfect phrase to use when you're looking for a seat but don't want to impose. This question doesn't require a long response. It's simple and easy for anyone to answer. If the seat is free, the conversation might continue with a comment on the crowded nature of the place, or a lighthearted remark about finding a comfortable spot. If the seat is taken, it's a natural moment to acknowledge the situation and perhaps move on to find another spot. It's also an excellent conversation starter that can lead to chatting about your plans for the day, the weather, or other casual topics. Using this question not only shows courtesy but also helps start a friendly interaction without feeling too personal. It's perfect for public spaces where you may not know the person but still want to break the ice. The line is moving slowly. Huh? Waiting in line is something that everyone can relate to. Whether you're standing at the supermarket checkout, waiting at a coffee shop, or in a long line for tickets. The experience of waiting can be a bit frustrating. That's why "the line is moving slowly, huh?" is a great small talk phrase to use in these situations. This phrase allows you to bond over a shared frustration. It's a casual, non-complaining way of acknowledging the situation. And it usually prompts others to respond with similar comments. If someone is also waiting, they might agree and share their thoughts on how long they've been in line, or maybe even joke about how long it's taking. This creates a friendly dynamic where both parties are connected over a common experience. The beauty of using this phrase is that it keeps the tone light and relatable. It doesn't require deep or complex conversation, just a simple acknowledgement of the moment. And as the conversation flows, you might discover that you both have a shared interest in something, leading to a more in-depth conversation. Busy day, huh? When you find yourself in a crowded place, this phrase is an excellent way to start a casual conversation. Whether you're in a busy coffee shop, walking through a mall, or waiting for a train, commenting on the hustle and bustle around you is an easy way to make small talk. Busy day, huh, is an observation that's easy to relate to, especially in places where people are rushing around or where there's a lot of activity. This phrase works because it's a simple acknowledgement of what's happening in the environment. If you're standing in a crowded area or dealing with long lines, you can use it to make a connection with someone nearby. It invites them to respond and share their experience of the busyness. You might hear them say, "Yeah, it's always this crowded at this time," or "I'm just trying to get through the day." Using this phrase is an excellent way to make the best of an otherwise stressful or busy environment. Instead of feeling frustrated or rushed, you can connect with others by acknowledging the shared experience of being in a crowded place. It also helps shift the focus away from stress and toward a friendly, light exchange. Why these phrases work. What makes these phrases so effective in public places? First, they're casual and universal. Almost anyone can relate to waiting in line, trying to find a seat, or navigating a busy environment. These phrases are also non-intrusive, which makes them perfect for situations where you don't know the other person well. You're not diving into someone's personal life, but instead focusing on something that's happening around you. Moreover, these types of comments create a natural flow of conversation. They give the other person an opportunity to respond with their own observations. And it opens the door to discussing topics like the environment, daily activities, or personal plans. The beauty of these phrases is that they require little effort but have the potential to lead to a conversation, making them incredibly effective in breaking the ice. The ease with which these conversations flow is also key. No one feels pressured to share too much personal information, and the topics are light enough to keep things friendly and positive. In many cases, the conversation can end naturally once the shared experience is acknowledged, or it can lead to longer discussions about shared interests, plans, or opinions. The benefits of small talk in public places. Using small talk in public places offers a variety of benefits. First and foremost, it helps break down barriers between strangers. Even a brief exchange can make the environment feel more friendly and open, especially in spaces that might otherwise feel impersonal or isolating. Whether you're in a crowded subway or a busy cafe, small talk allows you to engage with others and connect on a human level, no matter how brief the interaction might be. Additionally, small talk can help improve your own confidence in social situations. The more you practice using casual phrases like, "Is this seat taken?" or "The line is moving slowly, huh?" the more comfortable you'll become initiating conversations in different settings. Over time, these simple exchanges will feel more natural, and you'll find yourself feeling more at ease when striking up conversations, even with strangers. Another benefit of small talk in public places is that it can improve your language skills. Using small talk is an excellent opportunity to practice speaking in English, especially in real-world contexts. It helps you get used to the flow of everyday conversations, teaches you how to ask polite questions, and allows you to hear the rhythm and tone of casual dialogue, whether you're learning English as a second language or looking to become more fluent. Engaging in small talk can be an essential part of your language learning journey. How small talk enhances your social skills. Small talk is a fantastic way to develop your social skills and improve your ability to connect with people. It's not just about filling the silence, it's about creating opportunities for positive interaction. When you make small talk in public spaces, you practice things like active listening, empathy, and maintaining a conversational flow. For example, when you say, "The line is moving slowly, huh?" you're not just commenting on the situation, you're also inviting the other person to share their thoughts. This practice of giving others the chance to speak and engaging with them respectfully is a key social skill. Over time, you'll become more adept at recognizing opportunities for conversation and making others feel comfortable in different social settings. Small talk in public places is an essential tool for making everyday interactions smoother and more enjoyable. It's a great way to break the ice, connect with others, and build confidence in your conversational skills. Whether you're at the cafe, waiting for a bus, or standing in line, small talk allows you to connect with the people around you in a friendly and casual way. By practicing these simple phrases, you'll find that striking up a conversation in any situation becomes more natural and less daunting. Small talk with neighbors, building friendly relationships. Small talk with neighbors is one of the easiest yet most important forms of communication. Whether you're living in an apartment complex or a house on a quiet street, talking to your neighbors can create a sense of community and help build friendly relationships. These small, casual conversations can make a big difference in the atmosphere of your neighborhood, and they're the foundation for getting to know the people around you. Let's take a closer look at why small talk with neighbors is essential, and explore some practical phrases that can help you connect with the people who live near you. Whether you've lived in your home for years or you're just moving into a new place, Being able to start a friendly conversation with a neighbor can make your living environment more enjoyable and welcoming. Not everyone has the time or energy for long, deep conversations, but simple interactions that show you care can go a long way in building positive relationships. A few words exchanged during an encounter in the hallway or as you walk by their house can make both you and your neighbor feel more comfortable and connected. So, what are some easy and effective phrases to use with neighbors that will help you create these friendly connections? How's everything with you? This simple phrase is perfect for when you encounter your neighbor in passing. It shows that you care about their well-being and are open to a casual conversation. How's everything with you is a friendly and neutral question, which makes it suitable for almost any situation. Whether you're just walking by, running into them at the mailbox, or meeting them while taking out the trash, this question is a great icebreaker. The beauty of this phrase is its openness. It doesn't pry too deeply into anyone's personal life, but it still encourages the other person to share a bit about how they're doing. It's a great way to show kindness and establish rapport without making anyone feel uncomfortable. If your neighbor is in a hurry or not in the mood for a long conversation, they can simply respond with a smile and a quick answer. But if they're open to chatting, they might tell you about their day, their work, or something they're excited about. For example, a neighbor might respond with, "Oh, it's going well, just getting ready for the weekend," or "I've been busy with work, but I'm doing okay, thanks for asking." You can then naturally continue the conversation by asking more questions or sharing a bit about your own day. This phrase is casual enough for any situation, whether you're meeting a neighbor for the first time or catching up with someone you see frequently. It helps create a positive interaction and shows that you're approachable. Your garden looks great. Compliments are one of the easiest and most effective ways to make someone feel good and to strengthen social connections. If you happen to see your neighbor's garden, home, or yard looking particularly nice, offering a friendly compliment, like, "Your garden looks great," can go a long way in brightening their day and starting a positive conversation. Compliments are universally appreciated because they make people feel seen and valued. Whether you've noticed that your neighbor has beautiful flowers, a well-maintained lawn, or even a creative garden decoration, pointing it out can make them feel proud of their efforts. It's a simple way to show you're paying attention to their hard work, and it helps build goodwill between you. For example, a neighbor might reply, "Thank you, I've been working on it all month," or "I'm glad you like it. I've been planting a lot of new flowers lately." From there, you can easily continue the conversation by asking for gardening tips, sharing your own experiences with plants, or commenting on the weather. Compliments also open the door for your neighbor to ask about your own garden or home, which can lead to a back-and-forth exchange of friendly conversation. Not only does complimenting your neighbor create a positive interaction, but it also builds trust. It shows you appreciate their efforts and fosters a sense of community. Let me know if you ever need anything. One of the most thoughtful ways to strengthen a relationship with your neighbors is to offer help when needed. Saying, "Let me know if you ever need anything," is a kind gesture that establishes you as a reliable and caring neighbor. It's a simple phrase that communicates willingness to assist, whether it's helping with heavy lifting, picking up mail while they're away, or offering to water their plants when they're on vacation. This phrase shows that you are open to helping out, creating a sense of trust and camaraderie. It goes beyond casual conversation and opens the door for you to be there for your neighbor, creating a supportive environment in your neighborhood. When neighbors know they can rely on each other, it strengthens the community, leading to a more pleasant and comfortable living space for everyone. For instance, if you're running into a neighbor on a walk, you might say, "Let me know if you ever need anything. I'm always happy to help." It's a friendly offer of assistance, and most people appreciate the kindness, even if they don't need help at that moment. Knowing that you're there for them can make them feel more connected to you. This simple phrase doesn't need to be said every time you see someone, but it can make a significant difference when used in the right context. It's a great way to show that you care, and it opens the door for you to create a deeper connection with your neighbors over time. Why small talk with neighbors matters. Small talk with neighbors helps build a sense of community and creates a friendly atmosphere. In any living situation, whether in an apartment complex or a residential neighborhood, being able to engage in simple conversations with those around you can make a big difference. It's not about becoming best friends with everyone you live near, but rather establishing a level of comfort and goodwill that makes everyone feel more at home. Starting these conversations with a simple question like, "How's everything with you?" or offering a compliment like, "Your garden looks great," helps create an environment of warmth and respect. When people feel comfortable interacting with their neighbors, it contributes to a more pleasant, friendly atmosphere in the entire neighborhood. Small talk plays a crucial role in building trust and establishing mutual respect, which are key elements in fostering positive relationships. Furthermore, it's not just about having a conversation. Small talk with neighbors can lead to unexpected benefits. For example, you might discover that you have shared interests, such as gardening, cooking, or pet care. You might end up exchanging recipes, offering advice, or even making plans to hang out or do something fun together. The possibilities for connection are endless when you start with simple, casual phrases that show you care. Building a supportive neighborhood community. When you engage in small talk with your neighbors, you're also helping to build a sense of community. Communities where people take the time to connect, offer help, and engage in friendly exchanges are often safer, more comfortable places to live. By creating positive relationships with those around you, you're contributing to a neighborhood where people support each other. Whether it's lending a hand with a heavy box or offering advice on local services. The more you practice small talk, the easier it becomes to form bonds with your neighbors. Over time, these conversations will feel more natural and comfortable. And as your relationships grow, you might find that you have a network of people you can rely on for support, whether it's help with home repairs, advice on local schools, or just someone to talk to after a long day. Small talk also helps you stay informed about your neighborhood. By chatting with your neighbors, you can learn about community events, changes in the area, or even local issues that might impact you. This creates a sense of unity and a shared understanding among everyone who lives there. All right, those are just a few examples of how you can use small talk to improve your English and feel more confident in everyday conversations. Remember, the key is to practice these phrases regularly so they come naturally when you need them. Small talk with neighbors is a fantastic way to create positive relationships, build a friendly environment, and make your living situation more comfortable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more language tips and daily motivation. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy learning!